Hey guys, this is Kathy. How are you today? I am here, as you can see, with my Minnie Mouse ears in pink to talk a little bit about our trip to Florida. We went to Orlando, Florida as a family vacation, the four of us, my husband, myself, my oldest son, and Augustine, who is going to be 7 soon. So we told him that this was going to be part of his big birthday present. And we went to all the parks, all the Disney parks and all the Universal parks. And I guess, I don't know, depending on how long this video is, I'm just gonna talk about the Disney parks and then the Universal parks separate, okay? For those of you that have not been to either Disney or Universal recently, and there are some things that I really want to share, that things that I didn't know before. This was my third time at Disney and Universal, and it was my husband's and Augustine's first time. Okay, we had a fantastic time. I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna be right back to spill all the information to you guys. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, you guys, I am back. That's my water here in my Dollar Tree cup. It says hello gorgeous. Let me see. Okay, so you guys, I was telling you that we recently went to Orlando, Florida. It was a fantastic trip. I booked the trip online, the flight and the hotel through Priceline, and I did it kind of last minute because last year we had planned that we were gonna go to Europe with my parents and my brother. All of us, we were gonna go, including my entire family, and that was the plan for the summer vacation. But as you guys know, my father is ill, and when I was in Chile, we talked and he decided that he didn't wanna travel to Europe, that he wasn't comfortable traveling to Europe. So he told me to just go on vacations with my family and do something for like the kids and stuff. And I asked my oldest son if he wanted to go to Europe, and he's taking summer classes right now because he took like a year off when COVID started from college. So he's taking some classes to like advance in that. And so he finally said that not to Europe because, you know, it was going to be hard for him in his classes. So we decided to do something in the US. And since it was Augustine's birthday, we decided to go to Orlando. And my oldest son loves like Disney, Star Wars and Harry Potter from Universal. So it was a win-win for all of us. We were going to have the family time and in a location where everybody had something that they liked. So I bought the tickets for the airplane and the hotel through Priceline. I wanted to stay in a Disney hotel, like in a Disney resort and all of that, but by the time I tried to do that, it was too complicated because the prices were super high, and I finally decided that I was just gonna do another resort, like a nice hotel, but you know, it didn't really matter because we were gonna be outside all day. So we did stay in a resort, which is also like a timeshare. It's called Westgates Resort in, what was the place? I don't remember right now, but if you want the information, I can put it down below. So we stayed at Westgates. It was a 2-bedroom villa. It was a super big room. I have a clip of the accommodations. If I remember, I'll put it at the end of this video so you can see how the room looked like, because it wasn't a room, it was like an apartment. It was a 2-bedroom apartment with a full kitchen. It had laundry. It had a jacuzzi in the master bedroom. So, you know, it was nice. It had 2 showers. It was perfect. It had 2 full bathrooms and 2 full bedrooms. So it was perfect for us. We were super comfortable. And the ticket for the airplane round trip plus the stay at the villa at Westgates, it was a little bit over $3,000 for I think it was like 5 nights, something like that. Then after that, we decided that we were having so much fun that we were going to stay longer. So we stayed another 4 days or three nights, 4 days, something like that. And I had to buy that separately. And I did those tickets via Travelocity. And for the 4 of us, for just one way to come back, I spent like $700, and we flew American Airlines. And I lost the other ticket. The ticket to come back from Orlando, I lost it, the one through Priceline. It was Frontier Airlines anyway, and it wasn't that good because I called them to see if I could change it. They said no, and so I canceled it. Anyway, the ticket to go back with Frontier, because the thing through Priceline, they gave me a ticket to go to Orlando with United Airlines. It was fantastic. We didn't have no issues with them, no delays, nothing. And on the way back with Frontier Airlines, they do not allow a carry-on. You have to pay for your carry-on, and they only allow you like a purse. So I was gonna have to pay for my carry-on, and it was like $80. So every like add-on was going to be like $80 more. Like if you wanna like choose your seat, you have to pay like $80 more. So at the end, it wasn't worth, you know, buying any other or paying anything to change it, and they didn't allow that anyway. So I bought tickets through Travelocity this time to come back. Like I said, it was American Airlines, and it was $122 per ticket, but that included the carry-on and your personal item. And the only thing I paid for was to choose the seats, and that was like $20-some to choose the seats, because I wanted all of us to sit together, or at least me and Augustin, and my husband and my other son, they could sit separately because they're grown-ups. But I found 4 seats, like 2 here and across, so we were like kind of sitting together. So that was the extra $700. So it's like, and then I had to find another hotel, and we stayed in a Marriott hotel in Lake Buena Vista. It was closer to Disney, like Disney Springs and stuff like that. And the Westgates Resort, that was closer to Universal. So we stayed in those 2 places. The hotel that we stayed afterwards, the Marriott hotel, it was much cheaper. It was only like $300 for like 3 extra days. So it wasn't, so that was like $4,000 right there in just the flights and the hotel stay. And then on the tickets for the parks, you have to choose the days that you want to go, and depending on the day of the week that you go, the days that you choose. Also, I think it depends on the calendar date. Like, let's say if you go near July 4th, it's probably more expensive because it's a big holiday and everybody's traveling. So, you know, if you want to save money, I think that you have to find a time to go where not a lot of people travel. the dates that I chose, it was before July 4th, and I think it was a good date because now, as you know, as summer progresses, it gets hotter in Florida, I think also. So I decided to just, you know, go at the end of June. So it was a good decision, even though we still had some super hot and humid days, but it was fantastic. I love hot weather, so it was fine. And then, so like in all the tickets for the Disney parks, I got 2-day park hopper. So it was for the 4 of us, and it was $1,500. And I have the receipts. I can, you know, show you guys or whatever. If you're interested, I can, you know, like tell you. But I just called one day. I wanted to, because I knew that we had to like make reservations, and I haven't been to Disney in so long, like maybe 5 years. And with COVID and everything, I didn't want to do it online because I felt like I had a lot of questions, things that I needed to know. So I decided to just call the number, and I can put that information below if you want it. Just let me know if you're interested in this stuff, and I will put it down below for you to refer to if you're interested in planning this trip also. So I did call someone, and I did talk to a real person. It wasn't an automated or whatever. Someone answered the phone, and I said I want to buy tickets to go to the parks. And she explained to me that now, because of COVID is still here, even though nobody was wearing masks or anything, we didn't wear masks. Only like seldom people were wearing masks, probably people that came from other countries or whatever, or people that were not vaccinated. But it wasn't a requirement. It wasn't like if you don't wear a mask, you're not allowed. No, it wasn't the case. So I talked to this lady, and she told me that, okay, so which day? And I told her the date that I was needing the tickets, and she told me how much the price was. So I paid her, and it was, like I said, $1,500 for the 4 of us for a 2-day park hopper. Park hopper means that if you go to a park in the morning, the parks, they open and close at different times every day. So the one that closes the latest is Magic Kingdom. They close at 11 p.m. I believe, and Epcot closes at 9, and I think Animal Kingdom closes at like 8:30, you know. So they have different times, which you can find online or on the app. I have the app downloaded, and she explained to me that you get the park hopper. So that means that you go to a park in the morning when they open, or, you know, a little bit later. We always arrive like at 9 a.m. We didn't arrive at 8 because, you know, I have 3 more guys. They take longer than me, you know, and getting ready. And, you know, Augustine is a kid, so he's like, you know, he's always doing something and, you know, lying. So anyway, so we arrive like at 9 a.m. every day at the park. And when you arrive, you have to, before you pick the park that you want to go, the first one in the morning, you have to make a reservation now. And that's what she explained to me. She told me, you need to make a park reservation after you buy the tickets from her. She sent me an email with my confirmation number for the tickets and a link. And then I downloaded the app, and I linked my tickets to the app. So I had my tickets in the app, and I thought that that was the only thing I needed to do. But then when I arrived that day at the park, I had to download those tickets to my Apple wallet, which was in my iPhone. And then I had to show those to go inside the park. And when you go in Disney, you show your ticket, and then you have to put your finger, and then they let you go in. So I had to scan everybody's ticket, and then they went in and in. And like I said, the reservation for the park that you want to go in the morning, you have to choose that ahead of time. Because if you make your reservation last minute, or if you don't make a reservation, you might show up there and they might be like, oh, you're not allowed because we're at capacity, because they're like counting how many people enter. So that's why they want you to make a reservation. So I made a reservation for like the first day that we went. It was a Monday. No, it wasn't a Monday. It was a Wednesday, I think. I don't really remember, but it doesn't matter. So that day we arrived in Orlando the night before, like in the afternoon around 4, and we did things. We went like golfing and dinner, and then the next morning we went to Animal Kingdom, and I have the map here. That was
even bowling.
Yeah. So we went to Animal Kingdom. This was the first park we visited, and I made a reservation for Animal Kingdom. After Animal Kingdom, we headed to Magic Kingdom, where the castle is with the princess.
Banshee.
Augustine, listen, please, go. Give me that. Sorry, guys, hold on. Okay, you guys. So we went to Animal Kingdom, and we had the reservation, which you can make on the app, on the Disney app. Okay, so I can put that information below also if you guys want, if you're interested. Yeah, so we arrived at Animal Kingdom and we knew this was our first time at this park. Previously, my previous trips, like the two previous times that I had been at Disney, I never went to Animal Kingdom. I always went to Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Those were my favorite parks, and they're still my favorite parks. And so Animal Kingdom is cute and everything. I love the Tree of Life, and we took pictures there. And I'm gonna try to remember to put pictures at the end, or maybe just do a video with like a PowerPoint with just pictures so you can see. So this year is the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. So everywhere they had like the 50th, they had some specific bags and stuff. The castle, the Princess Castle, has the 50 in the center. So, and this is the map. So they give you, you know, they don't give it to you. You just take it when you go inside the park. You have this map, and it tells you here where to go. It has a list of all the rides. You probably have seen this. I really like it. Every time I go, I grab the map because I've noticed through the years that they remove rides. So if you think that you remember where to go, it's probably not gonna be the same. So you always need to get this. Or if you have the app, like I also do in my phone, you can in your app, you have a map also, and you can find where the restaurants are. And even they tell you like, sorry, the wait time for the rides, how much time you have to wait. So they have something called Genie Plus, I think. And the Genie Plus is also in your app, and you can buy like fast passes or something like that. And I don't remember the specific name, but it's like a fast pass, which you pay, I believe it's like $15 per day. And you can skip like the long lines and go ahead. Probably instead of waiting 2 hours, you wait 20 minutes or a half hour and you go inside the ride. So it's worth paying for it, but you have to buy that. The day that I bought my tickets, the lady asked me, she said, do you wanna buy, you wanna pay for the Genie Plus? And I asked her what it was, and she told me, and I said, I wasn't sure, because I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with Augustine. I wasn't sure if he was gonna go on the rides or if he was gonna be afraid. So I said, I'm gonna make that decision the day of when I go to visit the parks. And she said, yeah, no problem. You know, if you wanna buy it now, it's $15 per person. So it was like, I don't know, $60 more per day for the four of us. So she said, no, you can make it the decision that day. And in the morning when you get up, like at 7 a.m., you have to buy your fast passes for that day. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. But then the first day when we went, we were late and blah, blah, blah. And I forgot, I didn't buy it. And then we were there and we went to Animal Kingdom. And Animal Kingdom, the most popular ride over there is the Flight of Passage, which is from Pandora. Have you guys watched the movie Avatar? Well, it's a ride of Pandora, and it's for the Avatar movie. It's called Pandora, the World of Avatar, and it's down here, see? And it's a super fun ride, and that was our first ride, but we waited in line for 2 hours, you guys, 2 hours. Augustine was like, dying, he was so upset. So we waited there, and then we walked to other places. We went to the Tree of Life. We found a place to eat in like Asia, I think. We ate some dumplings. This is something I have to say. I am not really a picky eater or anything, but I like my food to be tasty and not dry or anything. I mean, this is a park and everything, and you know, it's probably not the best quality food, but for Disney, and you know, I was expecting a better quality. I think that with the years, the quality of the food Or like I didn't make a reservation either for like to sit down to have lunch or dinner or anything, because since we had the park hoppers and we were going to be like limited time in one park and then in the other, I didn't want to spend an hour or 2 hours sitting down eating, you know. I just wanted to eat like, you know, grab a bite of something, which wasn't, we didn't have to wait or anything. So I didn't make reservations for any dinner with cartoons or anything like that, because Augustine is not into like princesses or anything like that. So he just wanted to have pictures taken with Mickey and Minnie, and we did, and we didn't have to pay for that. We just waited for a few minutes and had the pictures taken. So we ate in those little restaurants. You know, you could buy your food through the app and just go and pick it up and sit there. So we didn't have a hard time finding tables. You know, they had plenty. I guess it's because it was just the beginning of the summer. It wasn't that crowded. So, but we did visit some places, and I probably, if I go through the list here, I would remember the places that we ate. And probably if I look through my picture feed also, when you go to a place, at least in my iPhone, it tells you the name of the place that you were in. So we did that. And besides the Avatar ride in that place, I'm trying to see what other ride it was fun that we visited at that park. So we did go in the safari. They have like a little truck or a bus kind of thing where you sit there, and there was someone driving that, and it took you on a safari where you could see like real animals that you can find in Africa. So that was fun, and it was relaxing because you were just, you know, chilling and drinking your water. So we did that. So we went to the Avatar Flight of Passage. We didn't go on the Navi River journey. It says here that it's a journey deep into a bioluminescent rainforest, but we didn't go there. We went to the Satuli canteen. We ate there. The food wasn't the greatest. Then we went to the Kilimanjaro Safari, and that was in Africa. And we went onto the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail also. Rafiki's, no, we didn't do Rafiki's. We stopped at a lot of places for like water, and the water wasn't really expensive if you buy it like in Disney, but outside before you enter the park, it's more pricey than when you buy it inside the park. It was like $3.50 for a bottle of water. You have to, if you go, also make sure that you carry a little bit of cash, like, you know, $20 or $40. I don't usually carry cash, but I did the previous day. I had taken some money out of the ATM to give money to the guy from, you know, for tips and stuff like that. For the guy that took our luggage into the resort and stuff like that. So I had a little bit of leftover cash with me, and that was good because their ATM things, their card readers, when you pay them, they were not working. So make sure you bring cash, okay? And you know, not a lot, but $100 or something like that in case you need to buy ice cream or whatever. Something that I didn't like is that we all love ice cream, and I was dying for some ice cream, and they don't have like the regular hard ice cream. They had just the soft serve, and we did buy soft serve because we were just craving ice cream and it was so hot. But the thing that I don't like about the soft serve when you are in like a hot weather is that it melts super quickly. So we did also buy like the Mickey head ice cream, you know, lollipops and stuff like that. It was cool. We ate the Mickey Mouse ice cream sandwiches, and I think I took a picture of Augustine eating the Mickey ice cream because, you know, I had done that previously with my son, so we didn't take pictures of ourselves eating it, but I took a picture of Augustine. So I'm gonna try to remember to add that picture also. In Dinoland USA, what did we do there? We saw the Disney kite tails. Disney kite tails. You know, they have some kites that they fly with different, I think it was Lion King or something, different cartoons, Disney cartoons. We didn't do much there. They had like playgrounds and stuff that we were not in the mood to stop there. Then we went to, what did we do? What else did we do there? I don't remember. We didn't do much in here. We took the boat ride and the safari and the, but it was super hot that day, so we stayed like inside. Every time we saw a place where we could go in to just refresh, it was cool. So, and then after that, we just wanted to go into that Avatar ride and then go to Magic Kingdom, because Magic Kingdom is the most beautiful park. But again, the food at Magic Kingdom, horrible, you guys, horrible. We just did not enjoy the food at Disney. The only park in Disney that has decent food is Epcot, you guys. If you go to Epcot, you have a lot of places to eat. And if you go to like the park where the different countries are, then they have things that you find in different countries that you can try. And when I talk about that park, I will tell you more about the food and all that. But in like Animal Kingdom, it wasn't the greatest. Oh, those are the kites. See, it's like the Lion King, different characters flying. What I want you to know is that this day, when we went to Magic Kingdom, let me grab my thing for Magic Kingdom. This one here. See, it's Mickey, and it has the castle in the back. This is the app. It's called My Disney Experience. If you want to download it, that's the app. And it has the map and your pictures. You know, everything is in there for you. It's super cool. If you want to make reservations for the parks and everything, everything you can make in that app, okay? So this is Magic Kingdom. This is their map. This is big. That day, my son was telling me he was wearing his Apple Watch and he was checking how many steps we had taken that day. And we did like a full marathon. It was like a 26-mile. We walked like a 26-mile. We walked a lot because we walked a lot at Magic Kingdom. So we went there. For your park hopper, you can go to the other park at 1:30, because you know, by the time you get to the other park, it's gonna be like a half hour. So at 2 p.m. you can enter the park, the other park. So we were at Magic Kingdom from like 2 p.m. till like midnight. So it was a long day. And for your second park, when you do the park hopper, you do not need a reservation for the second park, just for the first one in the morning, okay? And then we did a lot in Magic Kingdom. So we, of course, took pictures with Mickey. Augustine wanted the picture with Mickey, so we had to find Mickey. We went to, we didn't go in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Let me see if I can remember to the top of my head. Places where we went. We went to Splash Mountain. We went to the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We did a lot of the popular rides there. We also did like a Buzz Lightyear. We did the Haunted Mansion. Adolfo and my husband, they both went in there in Haunted Mansion. I wanted to go, but I didn't think Augustine was, wanted to go in, so I stayed out with him. And we went to, what else does it say here? Prince Charming? No. We did Peter Pan, It's a Small World, all of those rides. The Mad Tea Party, it was just a carousel, we didn't go in there. We went to the Winnie the Pooh, the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. We went to a few restaurants there. We went to Space Mountain, which is a roller coaster, but my son and my husband, they went in there. We went on this Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, and we also did a few other things that I don't remember at the moment. And we went to eat and all of that. So we walked around, we went shopping. I did buy a hat for Augustine. I bought the Goofy hat for him, this one here. Super cute. They had the different characters. They had Donald Duck, but Augustine chose Goofy, and it was super cute, and he wore it there. And then I also got another hat, and it's a Mickey one for my nephew and godson Maximo. It's like a bucket hat because he's little, and it has the Mickey, the face, and in the back it says Disney Parks. So this is for him. Super cute, and it's a bucket hat. We didn't buy a lot of things, and when we went there previously, I had gotten one of these bottles. This one is from when I went with my oldest son a few years ago. This one is, you put water in here, you open this and you fill it with water. It has batteries here, you turn it on here, and then this moves, and it's a fan, see? And you can also spray water, so it's super refreshing. And this is a really good thing to buy. So these are $22. So I had this and I brought this with me, but since we were 4, I bought another one this time. So this one says Disney Parks, and it has Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Pluto. And this one had all of them also, but this one has like the castle and all of that. So this one is the new one. And I also got this for Augustine because I rented a stroller when we went to Magic Kingdom. We got to Magic Kingdom, and I said, since Augustine was complaining so much because he had been walking so much, he said, I need, I'm tired, hold me, whatever. He was in a bad mood. It was hot. So I decided to rent a stroller, and I rented a double stroller because he was like heavier than 50 pounds. So they rent the little one for the little kids, and if you are over 50 pounds, you need a double stroller. So I rented a double stroller, and I rented it for 2 days. It's cheaper that day because per day it's like $35. So for 2 days was like 50, so it wasn't bad. So the next day I just show my receipt, go to pick up my stroller, and they give it to me, and that's it. So I bought this for him, and this was clipped on the stroller, and he had his own thing, and it was super cheap. This was only $20. And you guys, this plastic, this material is super strong. So, just turn it on here. I don't know if it still has battery, but yeah, see?
But it doesn't work at night.
It's not too strong, but if you have it like super close to you, you do get the fresh air. And it's probably not too strong now because we used it and the batteries is probably, dying. So after that, the next day, no, hold on. Let's go back to the first night. When we were at Magic Kingdom and we were waiting, Augustine and I, we were waiting for my husband and my oldest son to get out of Space Mountain. I was just thinking, and all of a sudden it came to me that I should ask about like accommodations for like people with, disabilities and things like that. And I went and talked to someone, and I said, do you have something for like kids with like autism or stuff like that? Because Augustine does not like waiting in line. It was super hard for us when we were waiting, and he was like complaining and saying, why are we waiting here, and blah, 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 because if you have a kid with autism, you know how it is. They get super frustrated, and it was like an hour and a half wait or 2 hours. And this person that I asked for this accommodation, she said to me that actually you need to talk to guest services tomorrow morning, she said, because it was just, you know, late at night. So I could have done it that night probably before I left, but I did it the next morning. Now that I think about it out loud, I should have done it that same night. So the next morning, I went to guest services. There was a long line, and I talked to a lady, and I said, listen, I'm here with my family. We're 4, and my youngest son has autism, and he doesn't like waiting. We had a horrible time yesterday. He was crying. He was not in a good mood. And she gave me this. She asked me for my phone. She asked me if I had the Disney app. I said yes, and she just downloaded something in my app. Inside the app, it was called DAS. Those were the initials, DAS. And she put it in my phone, and every time I wanted to go on a ride, I just had to show that and scan his ticket first and then our tickets, which I had in my phone. And we could go in the rides like if we had a speed ticket, you know, a fast pass. We didn't have to wait. We didn't have to pay for the fast pass either. We just went in, and I thought it was fantastic. So the next day when we went back to Hollywood Studios, it was the first one we did the following day. And then after that, we did Epcot. In all those rides, we had that, and we didn't have to wait. What I didn't know, though, which I found out later when we were in Universal, is that if you have that fast pass, let's call it, for Augustine, since we were 4 in our party, and there was, let's say, a roller coaster or something that we wanted to do, because my son went on a roller coaster, the Everest, whatever, and I don't remember in which park that was, but he had to, like, since he went by himself, he didn't have to wait long because they had a single ride lane, which was the same as an express lane. But if you were in that party, like we were 4, and if it was, again, like a roller coaster, I could have used it with my oldest son, or my oldest son could have done it by himself, because we were all in the party together. And of course, we had to be with the kids, so he didn't have to wait long. We could use it separately also, but I didn't realize that until the end. But we did most of the things together, just the roller coasters that my oldest son took by himself. And I went with him on like the ones that splashed in the water, let's say, and that was fine because I wasn't afraid of that. But if you put me upside down in a big loop and super fast, then I'm not going in. But it was good. So then the next day, quickly, we went to Epcot. This was at night, and Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And those 2 parks were fantastic. So the Hollywood Studio, we had never been there before. This was the first time also, along with the Animal Kingdom. And Hollywood Studios, they had all the Star Wars rides. It was so much fun. The only thing that I did not like is that my son Adolfo, he's 21, and he's super into like Star Wars and all of that, and he was super excited. He wanted to go and create an android and stuff like that, and he also wanted to go on the lightsabers, and you can make your own lightsaber. But you had to make a reservation for that ahead of time, like months ahead of time. Because when we were there, like I said, this was like a last minute decision to go to Disney. So I had made the reservation like a month ahead of time only for the tickets and all of that. And I didn't know about those things. If I had known, I would have tried to make the reservation for him. But that day we went in and talked to the people, and they said that you had to make it like months ahead of time. So if you or in your family, you have someone that's into that, if you're planning a trip, make sure you look into that stuff as soon as possible, like right now. Because they give you your allotted time, like a specific time where you have to go and put your Android together and all of that. So we couldn't do that, and that was like not cool. Also, something else that I did not know is that if you let's say if you don't have money, or you don't want to spend money in like buying water and stuff like that, you can just go over where they have like the juices, and you buy the soda and stuff. You just ask them for like a cup of water, and they would give you a cup of tap water, cold water from their fountain. And if you also want like ice, you just ask them for like a cup of ice, and they will give you a cup of ice for free. So I didn't know that, but that day I was like super, super hot, and I wanted some ice. I wanted ice to put in my bottle of water, and I went into and I said, "Hey, can I have some ice, please?" And I asked them how much it was, and they said, "No, it's free." And then I'm like, "Oh, okay." And they told me, "If you want tap water, we can also give you tap water for free." And I was over the moon happy, because I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna have to tell everybody about this." So you guys, if you don't want to buy water, of course it's not gonna be a bottle, but it's gonna be super cold water out of the where they get the soda, and they give you free ice. So I put the ice through my shirt, and it was just, so this is the map for Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is not a big park. The biggest one, I think, is Magic Kingdom. And in here, like I said, we went into all the Star Wars rides. They were amazing, you guys, amazing. I have some short clips. I'm gonna have to do a separate video on like pictures and videos of rides and stuff like that, because it was just amazing, you guys. And they had a Toy Story Land, they had a roller coaster. We didn't go there, but we did go on some rides on the Toy Story Land. We did go and see like a show of Lightning McQueen. We wanted to go on the Hollywood Tower, which is like a ride, it's an elevator ride, but we ran out of time and we didn't. We wanted to go to Epcot after that, so we didn't stay there that long. The wait was super long, it was like 90 minutes. So we were like, forget it, we're not waiting that long. And like I said, since I didn't know that I could use that pass, because Augustine wasn't gonna go in, we were like, let's just go, because he's not gonna go in and we cannot use this thing. But we could have done it, you know. I should have asked, but I didn't think of asking. And they had places where you could go and see Mickey and Minnie for pictures, so we went there. We took advantage of a lot of things. We did just the specific things that we wanted to see. Like I said, all the Star Wars things we did, the Toy Story. We went to the Celebrity Spotlight. There was a Frozen sing-along thing. We didn't go there. We did go on the all the stuff that had to do with Mickey. We did that. The Mickey and Minnie at the red carpet dreams. The Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, that was an amazing, amazing ride. And the Rise of the Resistance, that was amazing also. It was just, wow. Really, really. They had a roller coaster. It was called the Rock and Roller Coaster with Aerosmith music. And my my son, Adolfo, he went in there and had to wait a little bit because again, we didn't know, and they closed it because they had like a thunderstorm or something, or they had a warning for a thunderstorm, so they closed it, and they waited for like an hour, so he had to wait for a long time, but he did go in. We did go on the like I said, the Woodies and Toy Story things, and then they had a Beauty and the Beast live on stage thing that I wanted to go, but then it was late, so we didn't. But it was good. What I like the most is that you can, like I said, order the food through your mobile app and just pay for it, and when you get to the place to pick it up, it's ready for you, you know. They have bathrooms, but they're kind of hard to find, I thought. You know, they have like a big restroom area near the Toy Story Land here at Hollywood Studios, and they have one like for family where you can go with your kids if you need to change your diapers or whatever. But I thought that at Universal, when we went to Universal, they have way more restrooms that you can use. they're way more visible. Also, it's not so hard. So my tip for you is don't forget to go to guest services, and if you have a kid with like a disability or something, go and get your pass. You don't have to buy your fast pass. Don't abuse it though. I mean, I only used it because I really had, you know, a real thing to use it, but I know that probably people go and say whatever and they get the pass, and they don't need it, you know. Also, when you rent the strollers, they have like scooters and they have wheelchairs. The wheelchairs are only $15 per day, but they are not, you know, are the ones that you have to push. I saw people with kids. They were sitting, two kids in the wheelchair and pushing them. And I asked my husband why. I'm like, why are two kids sitting there? He said to me, well, because it's cheaper than the stroller. The stroller was $35 per day, so people rent the wheelchair instead, which is $15. The thing about the wheelchair though is that it doesn't have the thing that covers your head, and you need that because it's so sunny and hot that you need the shade, you know, for your kids. So we did see a parade, the Disney parade. I forgot to mention that at Magic Kingdom when we arrived from Animal Kingdom. And we also saw the parade at Hollywood Studios here at the park before we went into Epcot. And it was super cool. All the parks, we were at Magic Kingdom the previous night and they had amazing fireworks. And the following night we were at Epcot. They also had an amazing show of fireworks. Disney goes over the top with their fireworks. It's not just a few and that's it. They throw a lot of fireworks, and you know, the singing of the princesses and the shows they have, we saw a lot of shows everywhere. They were always singing and dancing. It was super cool. Here at Epcot, like I said previously, this is one of my favorite parks. We went to eat at a French place. It was like a bakery or something. I went crazy. I went in with Adolfo, and because he knew about this place, he has, you know, he heard about it or he read a blog or something. So he told me we need to go here because they sell some amazing things. Yeah, so I went in and I asked for one of each. So we had like 10 sweets, 10 like pastries and things. So we were all trying. It was funny, and before we finish all of them, I'm like, oh, I have to take some pictures before we eat it all. So I took some pictures. But again, ice cream, it was hard to find. Soft serve ice cream mostly. That Epcot ball, you know, it changes colors at night. During the day, silver is super pretty. Here we did, we did not make it to the Guardians of the Galaxy. We wanted to go there, but it was like we couldn't make it. It was too wait. No, was it closed? I don't remember. It was raining when we got to Epcot, so I think it was closed or something was wrong with it, so we couldn't go in. But we went to Mission Space. We ate in a place where they had like it was a big place where they had different stores. They had Starbucks and different things, but the food there, it was like a patio or something, but it wasn't a patio. It was covered, but it was like a big cafeteria where they had different shops, and the food was amazing. And then when we went in the back where the other countries are, we ate some amazing things there. So we went to what other places I remember from here? We went to the Ratatouille Adventure, that ride in the French area. We went to, what was the name of the place that we went to eat there? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Do you remember the name of that restaurant that we went? It was I can't find it here. But I'll show you the pictures of the things. Oh, the boulangerie pâtissière. It was amazing, you guys. So we took a lot of pictures, and if I remember to add some, I will attach it. Spaceship Earth. We went to places here, but we went straight into the ride that we wanted to go first was the one for the Ratatouille. So that was cool. We did that. And then the next day we went to Universal. But I'm just telling you things, specific things that I don't want to forget to tell you. Like, first when you arrive at a park, and if you have like the 2-day park hopper, like I could have done it like one park per day because I bought for the 4 parks anyway, but I didn't want to stay that long at the park because I didn't think that we needed, at least my oldest son and myself, because we had been so many times and I didn't know how well Augustine was going to react at the park, at the amount of people, at the rides. Now that I know that he did really well and all the rides that he went in, those rides at these parks are all like 3D or 4D, and they are like, they move you feel like you're falling or whatever. And he did amazing. He didn't cry. He didn't say, I don't like it. So it was a surprise, and I was super pleasantly surprised and super happy that he did so well. So my husband did say that he liked it so much that he want to go back. So when we go back, probably in a couple of years more, we will do like 1 park a day now that we know that he likes it. So I think it was a good decision to do the park hopper. So if you do that, don't forget to make the reservation for your parks. For the first park you're gonna see in the morning, and if you need accommodations, make sure you ask at the guest relations and they will tell you what they have available. But it was good. But for the food, don't get your hopes up in the Disney parks because the food is not the greatest. Like I remember specifically the worst one that I had was the food that I ate in the Star Wars area. And which park was that? I don't remember anymore. I'm confused now. Hollywood Studios. Yeah, Hollywood Studios. At the Star Wars, they had this place where you could, order your food, just pick it up and whatever, or go in and pick it up. Order it there also if you want. But if you order it there and you stay in line, it takes longer than if you just order it and then pick it up. So we ate there. We ate inside the restaurant. It was all like if you were in the real movie, it's amazing. And the food was horrible though. So I got like a chicken with a mac and cheese. I don't remember the name. So it was like a chicken nugget, but in a square shape, thick square with some mac and cheese, but the mac and cheese was dry. The chicken tasted like horrible, like frozen chicken, didn't have any taste. And the best part was the piece of broccoli that I had in there because I love broccoli, but it wasn't good. And it was like $15 for that thing. So I'm like, oh, this is horrible. I didn't eat the chicken. I took a bite of it and I gave it to my son because he is, he lifts weights, so he eats a lot of chicken. So he ate the chicken and I ate the mac and cheese, which was dry, and the broccoli. And I ate my husband's broccoli. But he also complained that the food was horrible. But at Epcot is where you're gonna eat the best. So go to eat at all the places you can find at Epcot because the food is amazing. You guys, we did take pictures with Sully also, and he gave Augustine this postcard with his signature.
He was big.
He was huge. So if I
Like
remember,
9 feet tall.
yeah, like 9 feet tall. And Augustine was kind of afraid. When he went to see Mickey and Minnie, he was super excited. He was making faces. He was jumping up and down. When we were in line to see Sully, he was like shivering. His teeth were like shivering. I'm like, what's happening? So he was afraid, probably because he's a monster. But he was super cool. These are the things that they give you when you rent.
Can you see the Cheshire Cat?
Yeah, when you rent the stroller, they give you this. It's like a postcard. And each park, they have their own. So I don't remember which park they gave me this, but this is Mickey and their friends, and this is Alice in Wonderland. So it has stuff here that you can write in the back, but they're all messed up because they got wet with the water and whatever. So
Because it rained.
but I wanted to show you this. And what else? This is from Avatar. Augustine got this plushie.
And I was like, come on, buddy, you can do it.
It's a banshee. It's the bird, the big bird where you sit and fly with them. So this thing here is a magnet. You put it under your shirt here. Let's see if I can do it. You put it under your shirt and then you put your banshee there and you can walk with him and it's not gonna fall, you know? And some people...
I have to show them how it works.
Some people have... No, I showed them already. Some people have Baby Yoda, you know, and different things. So they had the different characters in this kind of thing. So I thought it was super cool, but Augustine didn't want to use it over there. But this is his thing from Avatar. He loved that ride. It was super scary. I had to close my eyes. It was the first ride of the day, that first day. But he was screaming, but he's super excited. Oh, I did buy some of the bags, of the celebration bags. You know, because it's the 50 years, they have this beautiful Walt Disney World bags with a holographic, with the castle. The world's most magical celebration, it says. And on the other side is Mickey and Minnie and the castle. And look at the fireworks.
Look at the bow.
I love the holographic thing. So I'm like, oh, I have to buy those bags. And they were like $5. It wasn't expensive at all. I didn't buy any like souvenirs of things, like magnets and things like that, because I had been there before and I have magnets and stuff from them. So I'm like, I'm not buying anything. This is the smaller version. They have this little one and I like it because it has like the different characters inside the castle.
The flying elephant thing.
Yeah, it says Walt Disney World.
The most
and again, Tinkerbell. And on the side also says Walt Disney World. See? So they had like cups and things. Where's your truck that I got you? I got Augustine a truck. It's very beautiful. It's blue with gold. It says 50 years. He wanted that, so I bought it for him. My oldest son got a t-shirt for him, a red one that says Pizza Planet for like Toy Story. So he liked that, and he's not here, so he took it with him to his house in Poughkeepsie, where he lives. I did buy some other things. I don't remember what it was. But like I said, I didn't buy. Give me. I bought them candy, like gummies in the shape of Mickey and Minnie. Give me.
Something's lost.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I think it's that silver thing that's on the floor. So this is the truck. See, it says Walt Disney World 50. It has all the characters, and again Minnie. It has Mickey on the side there.
Look at his bow tie.
So it's beautiful.
He's fixing the bow tie.
Yeah, even says like 50 on the bottom. So this is for Augustine. Here, put it back. Put it back in your bedroom. So I don't remember what else I got, but yeah, that was it for like my Disney purchases. Because like I said, I didn't buy any clothes. We did buy the ponchos, the Disney ones. I had the cheapy ones that I had purchased from Walmart, which we also wore underneath. And because that day at Epcot, it was raining a lot, so we had double poncho, the little one and then the Disney one that we had purchased. But yeah, it was amazing. We spent a lot of money on water and food. So I think the vacation in total, I think I spent around $10,000 in the vacation with, you know, counting the $4,000 for the airline and the hotel and the $3,000 for all the tickets for all the parks. And then the food and the everything, like the other things that we did, like taking the Uber. We took Uber, we didn't rent a car because we knew that we were gonna have to like go in the morning at the park, and then from the hotel to the park, we got the Uber for like $40. We got the XL, so the biggest one, so we didn't go all, you know, squished in with hot weather. So we called the XL, and then from park to park, for the park hopper, Disney have this buses where you can go and wait for the bus. And each park, they have their own specific bus. So you don't have to call your Uber. You just go and wait for the specific bus that takes you from park to park. So that's cool. It was amazing. So that's it for the Disney parks, you guys. This video is super long. It's gonna be like an hour, but if you really are planning on going to Disney and wanna know these things, I think it's important. I just wanted to tell you, the things that I learned, and I'm gonna try to remember to put some information down below for you. And I'm gonna do a different video, probably way shorter than this, for Universal, where I will tell you about Universal and all of that. But it's pretty much similar anyway. Okay, you guys, they also have their own app and stuff like that, but we'll talk about it next time. Okay, guys, love you. Mwah. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you have specific questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer them. Okay, thanks. Bye.